"Hello, Thomas. You look different," said Percy. "Yes, I've been repainted to go on a special errand to the mine on a volcano, whatever that is." "That sounds nice, Thomas. Enjoy it." And off he steamed. Thomas started his journey to the mine. He felt proud in his new coat of paint. Then he met Diesel 10. "I hear you are going to the volcano, Thomas." "Yes, I am," said Thomas. "That's brave," said Diesel 10. "Brave? What do you mean brave?" said Thomas. "Still, steam isn't used to fire and smoke," said Diesel 10, and off he went. Thomas started to get worried. "Diesel 10 called me brave. Either he's not feeling very well today, or I'm going to be doing something dangerous." Thomas was getting nearer the volcano. He met Victor. "Victor, why did you repaint me?" "Oh, it's a special coat of paint to help you cope with the heat of the volcano, Thomas. A volcano has erupted at the top of the mine, and there's some miners trapped in the building there. The railway track passes right by the building. All you have to do is get close to the building, get the miners, and leave quickly. It will be very hot, but be quick because the rails may buckle in the heat." Thomas realised the urgency and carried on quickly. He turned the corner and stopped. There was the volcano. "Oh my goodness," said Thomas. "I must hurry." He started the approach to the volcano. It was already hot. He got near the top and saw the miners' building. "There's no turning back now," he said, and he steamed towards the building. The miners jumped in Thomas's cab, but Thomas's weight buckled the hot track. He sent rocks flying and the track collapsed under him, but somehow he managed to stay on the rails and get out before a flow of hot lava fell down on the track. "I made it! I made it!" he said, and steamed away from the volcano. Thomas stopped and let the miners out of his cab. They thanked Thomas and gave him a big cheer. Thanks for watching our story, which was based on the trackmaster Thomas's Volcano Drop set. This set features a real steam Thomas engine. You fill his boiler with water from the filler provided. Turn him on and real steam comes from his funnel. Except this is very cool and safe to touch for young hands. Thomas steams up the circular track along to the mine, which then triggers a rockfall as Thomas and the track lower to the ground. Thomas then steams out, just escaping the lava stream. One day, Thomas woke up early to start his day's work. But when he burst through the engine shed doors, he bumped into something on the track. "A Thomas egg!" he cried, and popped it into his truck. "I'll take it to Farquhar station and see what's inside." Thomas dropped the egg onto the platform and waited to see what would happen. The egg began to open. Inside was a mini Emily. "What a great surprise," said Thomas, and he popped Emily into his truck. Thomas then saw Gordon waiting nearby. "Hello, Gordon," he cried. "What have you got there?" asked Gordon. "It's a mini Emily from a surprise egg," answered Thomas. "I'd like one of those," said Gordon. "I saw a Mickey Mouse egg by the tunnel," replied Thomas. "See if you can find it." And with that, he was off. Gordon decided he would search for the egg. "Found it," he cried, and popped it into his truck. "Now to see what's inside," and he steamed off to Farquhar Station. Gordon watched the egg opening. Inside was Donald Duck. "Very nice," said Gordon, and popped Donald into his truck. Very soon he came upon James. "Hello, Gordon," said James. "What have you got there?" he asked. "It's Donald from a surprise egg," answered Gordon. "Are there any more around?" he asked. "Yes," said Gordon, "there's one by the engine wash." So James steamed off to find the egg. He went straight through the engine wash and came out pushing a James egg. "Wow!" cried James, and went to see what was inside. Harold was inside. "He's great," smiled James. "I'll take him back to Tidmouth Sheds." James saw Henry on his way. "Hello, James," said Henry. "What have you got there?" "It's a mini Harold," answered James. "I'd like one of those," he said, and off he went. Henry struggled a bit to find one, but eventually he found an Angry Bird's egg by the tunnel. "That will do," he said, and popped the egg into his truck. He then made his way to Farquhar Station. Henry then watched the egg opening. Inside was an X-Wing fighter pilot. Henry popped the Angry Bird into his truck. and was returning to Tidmouth Sheds when he saw Percy burst through the shed doors and bump into a Percy egg. "What's this?" he cried. "It's a surprise egg," replied Henry. "If you take it to Farquhar Station, you'll be able to see what's inside." "Cool," said Percy, and off he went. Inside was Thomas. "Wow, a mini Thomas," he cried. "I can't wait to show the real Thomas." And he popped him into his truck. Back at Tidmouth Sheds, the engines announced that they had had a lovely time finding eggs and were delighted with their surprises. Oh, thank you, he replied. We've got some presents for you, but we've hidden them around town, and you have to find them. Thomas and Bertie are here to help you. So, if you count to 10, we'll hide with the presents, and then come and find us. Okay, he replied. 1, 2, 3, hey, no peeking. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, let's start looking. Can you see anyone? Let's start on Bertie. Just hop in his truck and we can go. Ah, Goofy, found you. Let's see what's inside. It's Olaf. Well done. Let's continue looking on Thomas. Oh, careful, Donald. I think you missed something. Ah, but there's Mickey. Found you. So what's inside? It's brown Pecanna Pie. Let's keep looking. I can't see anyone. Oh, wait, there's Pluto. Well done. So what did he get, Donald?
It's Rainbow Dash. Just one present left. Let's look for it on foot. You're so close! There you go, found her! So what's inside? It's Francesco! Well done! So everyone gathered back around at the house. Thank you everyone, said Donald. No problem, they replied. Happy birthday. What a lovely collection you've been given, Donald. Today, Ryan would like to show you his favourite colour, purple. He's been quite busy collecting some purple eggs and surprises. Shall we see what he's found? First of all, we have a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle egg. I wonder what's inside. It's Randall from Monsters Inc. What's he doing in there? Well, at least he's purple. Let's see who's in the Play-Doh. It's Fear from Inside Out. He's very purple, isn't he? Now we have a My Little Pony egg. Who's that inside? It's Spike. This is a funny purple egg. Who's inside, I wonder? It's Rapunzel. She's wearing a purple dress. And last of all, we have a purple Shopkins bag. It's Holly Shiftwell inside. Well done, Ryan. What a great collection of purple surprises. Thank you for watching our video. Why not watch another video by clicking on one of these clips, and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you soon.